Yo guys, so Kaspa is currently experiencing a little pump of 6, well almost 7%. Guys, this is the pump that we can actually trust for Kaspa? Well, this is something that we will try to figure out in this video. So guys, if you are new, consider subscribing because I'm uploading Kaspa's content every single day. And of course, remember that this video is not financial advice. Guys, before we are going to go into the technicals, let's actually cover a little bit of good news because I believe that we got something to talk about. This is something that was uploaded by Kaspa Eco Foundation, KEF, and they basically uploaded the conference that happened in Australia, I believe, recently. And obviously Jonathan Sampolinsky was covering lots of topics. That one is actually about the Oracle problem, whatever, right? But why I'm showing you this is that obviously the price is going sideways and stuff like this, right? But we see that developers and the founder himself is actually bothering to get the word out there. They go to these conferences and meetups around the world, and things are, I guess, taking time, right? Because Kaspa is not your average meme coin or average layer one, just like Sui, for example, right? We have to remember who stands behind Sui, right? People that are good in advertisement, and of course, this is something that is VC backed, right? Kaspa doesn't have any of these things, and Kaspa is just like Bitcoin, right? So guys, I believe that Kaspa is a bullish project. This is definitely a very interesting asset to have for the future. Okay, I'm not saying that Kaspa is going to be 100x at this cycle. I'm not saying that Kaspa will do 50x. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that the potential with this project is huge, and many people might potentially get surprised in a couple of years time. Okay, and of course we are going to talk about gains for this cycle. Guys, let me actually go to another bullish news, because we've got Hong Kong that goes big on Bitcoin, and the largest digital bank, ZA Bank, launches retail crypto trading for Bitcoin and ETH, right? So guys, of course this is not for Kaspa, but why I'm showing you this? Well, because if more liquidity is going to flow into BTC and Ethereum, obviously that money is going to fly out of there. People are going to make profits. People are going to put portions of their profits into different coins, right? Hashtag Kaspa, and of course different projects. Now let's have a look at the short term, guys. Okay, because what Kaspa did, right? Kaspa has reached this level of a support again at 14.6, which was, I believe, that liquidity grab, right? We got certain problem with liquidity for Kaspa, but I believe it's not going to last forever. Okay, nothing really lasts forever. Even Kaspa's going sideways too. So guys, 4 hourly is showing us an uptrend. Okay, can we trust this uptrend? Well, MACD is going towards the upside on 4 hourly, and on a daily time frame, let's see how we are looking at daily. So on the daily time frame, guys, looks like that this candle is definitely well, let's say strong, right? Because we got big buying pressure, right? It's going towards the upside. Now let's have a look, guys. We are still in uptrend, right? Because let me just zoom it out a little bit, because even if I'm going to draw my trend line from here, right, we can clearly see that this is an uptrend, right? So we've got high in here, high in here, and here. So these are higher highs and higher lows, right? So obviously things are taking time. I know that you are waiting for all of these huge pumps towards the upside, right? We're of course going to look at different charts, guys, right? And we'll try to understand why altcoins aren't pumping the way they should be pumping. Okay, so let's actually have a look at MACD. MACD on a daily is showing us that we might gonna go towards the downside. Okay, but of course, guys, this is just a momentum indicator, and it doesn't really tells us the full story. Let's actually quickly have a look at the weekly. Okay, so guys, weekly time frame, very interesting is that usually when MACD is flipping bullish, right, we've got a very bullish, let's say, scenario, right? But in here, guys, we've got stochastic RSI that's being in overheated level, but MACD actually is flipping bullish at the moment. So I would say that probably on a weekly we could have Kaspa staying in this zone for a while, and then going towards the upside, and finally smashing through its previous all-time highs, which were at 20.7. Guys, let's see. Obviously that's very questionable. We are going to look at the liquidity as well, so don't worry. Market cap is sitting at 3.9 billion USD, and the volume is sitting at 217 billion USD. Okay, so nothing really has changed. We are sitting at almost 88% of mined Kaspa, but guys, things were gonna change, I believe, when we were gonna sit at 98, 99. More people are going to be buying that thing, and I believe sky is the limit. Okay, of course there are many updates for Rusty Kaspa and 10 bps, 100 bps per second, stuff like this, guys, right? Obviously things are being currently built, but I believe in the future this is going to be huge. But of course you want to know what are, you know, the potential price predictions for this cycle, right? I know that this is something that you want to know. So before I was saying that 4x, for example, will be what, 20 billion USD, which is definitely doable, but it of course can be much bigger, right? What I'm trying to say in here is that don't wait, let's say, for, I don't know, $5, right? Because what if, for example, 490 or whatever is going to happen, right? So what I would do, I would probably, actually, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, right? So I'm going to set couple of different taking profits levels, right? So basically, if Kaspa isn't going to go to $10, just like we all predict on YouTube, right? I can just, you know, withdraw little portions and, let's say, put them somewhere else, depending on what kind of, you know, possibilities I'm going to see in the market, right? So obviously we all know how to DCA in properly, but you have to make sure that you also DCA out of the market, okay? And don't wait for that even number, because everybody's going to be waiting for this even number, right? Just sell your, just, you know, set up your sell targets properly, guys, okay? Just don't be greedy. Anyways, let's have a look at liquidity. All right, so now Kaspa on Binance, everybody is longing Kaspa on a daily, and let's have a look at 7 daily on Binance, right? So everybody's shorting, okay? Different picture. So let's cover daily, obviously. Now daily on all of the exchanges is sitting at 5.31 million versus 2 million USD. So what we can do is we can definitely look at Binance Kaspa USDT perpetual whatever at 12 hourly, and we see that we've got this yellow line at level of 15 cents. Okay, so let's actually go 1502. Let's go back to the chart and let's draw 1502 and let's see where it's going to take our beloved Kaspa. Let me actually put it on 4 hourly for 1502. 1502, that's going to be a little bit, guys, just a little bit of a drop of what, like maybe 2% or whatever. Okay, so that's what probably is going to happen. And again, regarding the long-term prediction, guys, everybody has these cute predictions, but nobody really knows, guys. And if people tell you on YouTube that they know, they are lying. Okay, so we have that covered. Now, guys, let's have a look at overall market, because we are sitting at 82. Okay, I'm not saying that we are going to see the pullback, but if we are going to look at CoinMarketCap, we are sitting at extreme greed 87. Okay, so what I'm thinking is going to happen in foreseeable future is that we are going to see another pump for altcoins. Okay, and why? Well, let's have a look at USDT dominance. So you guys will remember, probably if you are following every single update, is that I was thinking that USDT dominance, if it won't gonna break towards, you know, another levels, it might probably gonna see the bounce, right? And then we are going to see something like this, and then true parabolic run. Okay, and don't get me wrong, because we can still see this. Okay, but at the moment on 4 hourly time frame, guys, considering MACD as well, and this thing going towards the downside, hopefully we can expect some pumps in the market, right? Because at the moment on a daily, we've got obviously, you know, a greenery in here, but it can be much better. Let's have a look at hourly. So we see that altcoins still kind of trying to find a way, right? Either towards the downside or upside. Now, guys, we have to monitor this chart. Obviously, that's very, very important, right? If this thing is going to go up, obviously it means that people are selling their crypto, which is dumping, and they are taking the profits in USDT, and they are waiting to deploy that USDT into the market. Another very important chart that we have to pay attention to is USDT dominance. So after 3 touches of this huge level, BTC's dominance is basically now, well, actually creating something like a bear flag. Let me actually draw this thing in here, so we can see that this is pretty much a bear flag formation, right? Because the price is going towards the downside, and then well, it's obviously dominance, but you know, the pattern stays the same. So price going towards the downside, and then the pump, and people are thinking, okay, so this is, you know, reversal. No, it's a bear flag, right? And this is what we are going to see. But in this particular occasion, with BTC's dominance chart, this is exactly what we want to see. Okay, so let me actually zoom this thing out, and you see, guys, how much of potential we have for altcoins, right? So this is why Kaspa isn't pumping yet. Okay, that's what I would say. Obviously, Bitcoin is taking a lot of dominance from the market, right? And in the midst of all of this, this is last 12 months worldwide search for Bitcoin and crypto. We can see that Bitcoin basically peaked at what, 99 something K, right? And people basically, normies, lettuce hands, basically stopped searching for BTC and all of that, right? And for crypto, nobody's searching now, right? So this is very interesting. Like, we can definitely draw some conclusions by looking at this data, guys, right? If we are going to look at this, we can clearly see that people are coming into crypto only when it's pumping properly, and they are not interested when it's not pumping. This is basically easy money, okay, in very simple terms, okay? So I guess we could potentially experience a little bit of a downward momentum based on this, right? Because there's no new money that's coming into the market, unless obviously VCs and M money to supply is going to increase, and of course that is going to flow into the market. Another thing that we also have to pay attention to is obviously the current scenario that's happening now with Russia and US, right? Because they are uncertain times now, right? So obviously that could potentially be black swan event. And guys, of course, I don't want to spread any thought, but obviously these situations can temporarily, cause the downward momentum on the market, okay? And now, guys, let's go back to the trading view, and one more thing that I would like to show, okay? This is total crypto market cap excluding top 10 only weekly chart. So let's have a look at the zoomed out perspective, guys. This is where we are at the moment, okay? And once we are going towards these levels, smash towards through these levels, through this green line of that resistance, I believe things are going to look very, very bullish, right? So we could see a little bit of rejection, okay? Because what it also looks like, for example, is cap and handle, right? So we've got this resistance in here. We could see a little bit of rejection, okay? Then we are going to have obviously that beautiful cap and handle that you can clearly see in here. And let me actually just do the trend line. So the target, potential target, rough target, obviously could be around this area, okay? And then we are going to go from there. But why I'm showing you this chart is that, you are still early, let's say, in Kaspa, and I believe many of altcoins, because, there's lots of gems to be found, AI, not mentioning about meme coins, but they're obviously a little bit more risky. Guys, I hope that this update really helps to make certain decisions on the market. And as always, guys, peace and love crypto, and don't be shaken out easily out of your crypto bags if you are going to see any pullback. All right, that's it, and I will see you tomorrow.